What's good, my dudes? We're back in the saddle with another YouTube banger, and today we're going to be talking about the top 5 spells in the Agility Prism. So let's get into it. Number 5 is actually Backstab. I don't think anyone's surprised by this. Backstab is so cheap, it's so efficient, it's so effective, and not only can it kill sneaky little stealth units, but it can also even go face on an empty board or when all there are guard units on your opponent's board. So backstab for 1 cost, do 3 damage. You really can't go wrong, and it's no surprise it makes the number 5 spot. Number 4 might be a bit more of a surprise to people, and that's going to be Pair of Jacks. Pair of Jacks has the 4th highest win rate in Discovery for Samya players. Little caveat, by the way, I didn't mention it, but this is actually all for Discovery players. I'm primarily a Discovery player. These win rates are all based on Discovery rates. So if you're constructed, this doesn't apply to you quite as much, but hopefully it's still useful. Anyway, number 4 is Pair of Jacks. Yeah, Pair of Jacks, it's a lot of value, actually. Yeah, you pay 2. It's a bit slow at first, but really, if you play it on your 3 mana turn, you're perfectly happy to load up 1 jack in your hand, play a 2nd jack on the board, and you're off to the races. So Pair of Jacks makes it number 4. Number 3 is Hell of Arrows. Hell of Arrows can feel expensive and clunky at times, but of because of the card text here that actually reveals your enemy's hand, at least 2 cards in the enemy's hand, lets you know how many units they have a lot of times, and it makes them more expensive, most importantly. It's such a critical sort of like pseudo ramp tool, you could call it, or I guess inverse ramp. I'm not sure, but anyway, it's really powerful because it slows down your opponent and it gives you maybe an extra turn to finish them off, which is exactly a lot. Well, it's all you need a lot of the times as Samya. A lot of the time as Samya. Okay, so anyway, Hail of Arrows, yeah, does make the number 3 spot. 2 damage to enemies. It's a good board wipe. What more do you really need to say? Number 2, this one may be an underrated spell. A lot of the runes don't get a lot of love, but Fire Rune. Yeah, Fire Rune. In my opinion, it is the second strongest rune after Water Rune, but it's debatable. You could argue that Fire Rune is even stronger in some ways. But nevertheless, it makes it to the number 2 spot for strongest spells in agility. And it's primarily because of its removal strength. You can use this to remove a 4 health unit without even thinking about it. You put some flames on the opponent's unit, you banner up to 2 attack, you swing in with your face, bing bang boom, that creature is dead, and you did it all for 1 mana. And then you add, of course, the Fury and the versatility that comes with that. And it's easy to see why it's so strong. And finally, the number 1 card. This is the number 1 highest win rate in Conquest Discovery for agility players for any spell. And yeah, it's Flurry. It's actually Flurry. Talk about a versatile card. It just gives you everything and the kitchen sink. And for that reason, a good player can really make a lot of use out of a card like Flurry. And that does it. That's the top 5 spells for agility. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned because I'm going to be doing one of these videos for every prism. Next up is probably going to be intellect. So stay tuned for that. And until next time, peace out.